leaders in the rap industry. That's first off. But rap industry leaders says hip hop should not be the scapegoat for growing violence. Nah, not when you're talking about guns and shooting people and various straps and all of that all the time. Nah, that ain't got no effect on society. I know. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast.
Music TV. Music TV.
And this is the Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situationals, everyday occurrences, and we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I am not trying to tell you what to think. I am only trying to relay to you the information within the articles that give you a deeper understanding. You know what I'm saying? And and we right back with the industry now. Now, I think this goes into what Kanye was saying, that those people ain't got no problem promoting genocide to a certain group of people, because now we're looking at the total justification of the things that are going on. Which this industry is ran by who? Notice they would get some black niggas out there to say that the music industry, the people who own it, shouldn't be scapegoated, right? Notice that. But it's hard to tell an 18-year-old who makes millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, a month, to do things differently. No, it's not. It's not hard at all. All you got to do is tell them that we're not accepting that album, and go back and say something else. And guess what? They'll stop talking about it all. If they said, we ain't giving y'all advances, or we're not going to give you distribution, or we're not, if you don't clean up these albums and get all of this killing and the N word and the B word, all of those words off the album, they would do it overnight. But you know what y'all do? Y'all say, hey, this one isn't gangster enough. You're going to let them test your G like that? Come on. Don't you got that new Draco? I want to hear about it. Anyway, it says a cycle on repeat. The beloved rapper is murdered. Family, friends, and fans react online. The case is investigated, yet typically goes unsolved. The hip hop community calls for change, but there doesn't seem to be an end in sight to the violence. Why? Because people are still rapping about it, glorifying it. And each and every day you hear some new said artist that just came up, and this is what I hate. You know how you be scrolling through Facebook or whatever, and then you see the fire emojis. This fire alert, new out. This is little snooky poo, right? And then when you hear the tribe be like, now I gotta sleep with the fishes. That's why I shoot and I do all the dishes. That's when I bleed and I kill all the bitches. That's what I do. I kill all the fishes. The niggas, the dishes. Be like, man, that shit ain't nice. That shit's trash. But because the bass be banging and it be vibrating your little lower chakra, you be like, that right there, that one right there, that decent right there. They ain't heard nothing the dude said. It's all beat. But anyway, what you say?
Said not a there, none.
They don't know nothing that dude just said. And if they do, it's all the parts where he mentions some sort of drug or activity. This is the recent shooting and the death of Amigos rapper Takeoff on November 1st has ignited a new conversation among artists and industry leaders. In order to disrupt the violence in the cycle and find possible solutions, they say society must first stop blaming hip hop community. Where's the violence and this shit coming from? They can't even make a good argument. Acknowledge the systematic issues that were created that exist in violence and provide a better option for black inner city youth to advance in the broken system. Hip hop culture is, now, this is what they say hip hop culture is. Des Prez, whose new book, The Five Principles, touches on hip towards well-being. Hip hop is a b-boying, breaking, emceeing, graffiti, knowledge of self, peace, love, joy, unity, having fun. That's what hip hop actually is. Okay, I can agree with that.
can definitely agree with
I can agree with all that. It says violence we see in hip hop is a product of the society. So I think hip hop is the scapegoat for a lot of things. Nah, not a lot of things, but you can't say that you can pump genocidal music into people's head and they're not going to ultimately act that out in their daily lives.
But it's
Since
but is this
28, go on.
but is this when we start getting into the debate of what's hip hop and what's rap?
Right. Yeah. It says since 2018, there's been a lot, at least two or more rappers per year killed as a result of gun violence. Studies look at the life expectancy of rappers and estimate that the murders have been caused and the deaths of over 50% of dead rappers. They also show that there's an average age at that timeline of death between 25 and 30.
But,
Taking
but,
these young brothers.
but I got a question. Is some of that gun violence or some of that stupidity? If you're a rapper with money and you're flossing your jewels on, and you you put your address where you're staying at on social media platform, was that gun violence that led to your demise?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You know, obviously they're gonna have to try to paint it in the worst way possible. I mean, it's always a lump sum or a gatherance or a paint with a broad brush when it comes to us. They don't individualize things or break them down and categorize different types of crimes. It's just gun violence, and you know what we need to do? We need to take the guns from them niggas. That's what we need to do. That's what this is about, basically. Some of the murders are now being explored in the new WE's TV docuseries Hip Hop Homicides. Wow, now they're capitalizing off the murders yet again. Because guess what? They're going to have to pay the record company for all the music used in said documentary, licensing. You see what I'm saying?
Boom.
Which
If
looks.
hold on, if the record company ain't getting a couple points on the back
Yeah, the whole production
front end of
itself.
that.
Well, they say shooting deaths include Pop Smoke, XXXTentacion, King Von, Van Lathan, one of the executive producers of the series, told NBC News that even though he feels that rap has become more violent, it's also important to note that violence has become more accessible. You can see violent stuff, he said, if you want to do violence to someone or you know where they're going to be more than before. And some of the music in I'm being honest, reflects the increased accessibility to violence. That's true. You pull up on a nigga for real, for real. Still, Latham knows that even with more
That
opportunities,
gun violence or some of that stupidity.
yeah, right. It just happens to happen with guns because guns are an easier tool, to do things. But even with more opportunities to exact violence, the root cause of the actions has always been systemic. It's very hard to evolve from out of dysfunction, he explained. If you grew up in a dysfunctional family, then you're going to develop some bad habits that carry over. The dysfunction and the sort of societal ills that we see in these things that money doesn't wash away. In some cases, no. Mm-mm. That sounds like some reparations talk right there.
Right.
Al- Although Lathan believes that there should be more accountability in hip hop from those who create violent rap artists, can't always be blamed for the violence. Well, who else do you blame? If a kid got a little crunchy in his ear all day, we talk about some of the things that were systematic. We're talking about King Von had removed himself from his environment, but he had him remove himself from a lot of dysfunction that he was growing up. But he said the 26-year-old rapper who fatally was shot outside an Atlanta nightclub in 2020, but who he was and who was made to be was still a part of his life. And when it's seen on an op, an enemy is let's go have a fight. The fight ends up in him losing his life. The violence that could have been learned in order to preserve a life in a long time does not just go away. People say do better. It's not that simple. West Coast rapper Too Short argued that adding that a lot of the issues these young youths are seeing is from a broken system that doesn't offer support. Okay, that's more intelligent. Uh, a lot of these kids lost their parents, actual parents, in the war on drugs, in the war on crime, he said. The parents have been taken away from homes, murdered, locked up, addicted, and not there. And then we have a lot of kids that's raised themselves and raised by their grandparents who really do it the right way. Friends of the family, brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties, like you have in a broken community. Crack mothers, crack babies, and AIDS patients. Most deaf mathematics. Crack academic, we know what happened there. I don't got to read all that. Goddamn. This stems from the lack of resources. Hip hop was like, okay, we don't have that. We're broke, but we can do this. Blah 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 blah. Next generation had to fend for themselves. Blah 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 blah. Nathan occurred. Society has become more materialistic culture. Yeah, we know that. You know, this is a big nothing burger.
With cheese.
Calcimated cheese. This is a big nothing burger. Rap industry leaders say, so this is what they do. All of them look like they got paid by a white person to do exactly what they're saying. And of course, we know white people sign checks to put the spin on it there. Now, don't be that rich Jewish executives now. It ain't their fault. Now, what you need to do is look at the rappers and the lyrics, but the people who own the industry ain't their fault, though. That's all this is. This is whack. Van, he's always been suspect. Is that Ryan? Is that Ryan? Whatever his name is, the independent artist on the right. I don't know. I don't know them other two niggas neither. So, yeah. Hold on, let me see what that is. That's Lenny Santiago, Dave East, Van Latham, and Stickman. I don't know who Stickman is, but they're apparently leaders in the rap industry. Really? Who y'all leading? And where they going? Okay.
Leading
All
you
right.
off the cliff.
Yeah, and saying don't blame the niggas who's doing the shit to you. Don't do that. Don't blame them. It's somebody else. You know, so much access to violence out here. What does access to violence mean?
What does that mean?
They be saying some stupid stuff in these articles. Anyway, I'll go over that one for y'all, man. Y'all get in the comment section to let me know what y'all think about that. Should we or should not we not put rappers on blast for the trash, garbage, genocidal music that they spew, spit, and pray? What do y'all think? I should. I've always had I have a love-hate relationship with hip-hop. I'm heavily into it on the musical side of the game. However, as a producer a long time ago, I stopped messing with some people who rap about certain things because I learned that there's a certain energy about it, and a nigga's only gonna rap about jacking and robbing somebody so many times before they turn around on the studio, man. Okay? I know, I've been there. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you, but I'ma mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off cold.
Yay, yay.
And then I got 4 words for you. Love with the peace, got blessings, Maloha. Out the Doha, for Shoha, you already know how, Y-E-E-E-E-E, exclamation point.
B1 to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. This is Kendra Blackwood for Hot Lava Music TV. First off, let's get this straight. I only want a boss. And I like to see a boss and boss shit. Where can you get boss shit, you ask? Well, dig this player. Boss 3 Anti Clothing got that drip for you and your missus. Now first, go follow at Boss 3 Anti Clothing on IG to see more real boss shit. And second, please log on to boss3anticlothing.com. That's boss3anticlothing.com. Currently we have multiple color combinations in stock. Ball out like a boss with the full sweatsuits for $250 and just the jacket for $150. And we also have jerseys for $75 and we definitely have the t-shirts for only $25. We offer free standard shipping, and have a quick response time. So tap in and style like a boss would do. Please go visit boss3ntclothing.com, that's boss3ntclothing.com. Once again, that's boss3ntclothing.com. Love, peace and blessing.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say that.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went up there. I told you motherfucker got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet. Fuck you think you is, man. Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something. What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit. You don't
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low, more snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like midnight. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit.
you can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemonade rain time.
He been hula hooping through loopholes.
I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and live.
Crunchy cream, leaves, keef, oil, creamy, and bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna